Hey everybody, Rodman here. Thanks for tuning in to Starsector. So last episode, I was trying to disrupt as many hegemony worlds as I could. I haven't yet disrupted Chico here because a fleet attacked me. In fact, there should be fleet debris all over the place. It was a rather large fight, so let me... Oh wow, they did not give me much. Okay, well, you pay for it in blood. Military options. Engage the Star Fortress. Alright, I hadn't had a lot of cooldown, which means the combat readiness of my ships are a little bit lower, because I'm throwing them directly back into combat right after a big fleet fight. But that's just a risk I'm going to take. I'm not going to sit around for a few days to regain my combat readiness. Alright. Well, Star Fortress protecting Chico, prepare to meet your doom just like every other hegemony. You know, I've actually never lost a fleet fight, so I'm Rhodamont the Immortal. I mean, let's get real here. It's a slaughter. So what I need to do is sort of... I think the end of this series will be when I dismantle my enemy factions, and I can leave the Syndrite, the Persian. I'm going to leave them alone. They're not really enemies. Same with Tritachyon and the Independents. But the Church, both the Ludic Church and Path, needs to be dismantled, as does the Hegemony. And then I think the world is going to be a better place. So that is my goals, plus about 50% of the market share to really establish my dominance. This station's tough. I mean, it is Chico, so makes sense. But it is taking a beating here. And my flux keeps getting maxed out. I'm just venting like right in front of these guys because the amount of damage that they can do to me is pretty limited because their flux is all tied up in shielding. Sometimes the best defense is a good offense. This is one of those times. The station doesn't have the energy to shoot me much because they're so busy trying to protect themselves. Trying to cut through this incredible amount of station armor is ridiculous. To be fair, the beam weapons, the laser weapons that I'm using, are not great against armor. Most of them aren't. Which is why the station armor is fairly effective. But when you got all 5 battleships breathing heavily on you, just go pretty quick. I need a vent. Just accepting that I'm going to get shot a little bit. Most of my the other ships in the fleet will help shoot down torpedoes and anything that would be ship destruction ending. Well, good amount of fuel in that fight. Orbital bombardment, tactical, and then a raid against their megaport. There's like 2 debris clouds now. I really want the, there we go, the station one. Alright, let's do another raid. against their orbital works. Gilead is making a planetary shield. Blue Crow. Yeah, it looks like we are developing those worlds pretty good. Didn't wait long enough. Alright, so midday 13. Alright, let's see. I need to disrupt mining. And that's it. Okay. We view it. Giant colony, but it is going to crumble under its own weight. Let's blow up the makeshift relay. Look at all these little fleets that are like, we hate you, but we're scared of you. That's right. I'm the big boss now. Epiphany just got decivilized. That's cool. So that would be over here. Let's open up the sector map. Alright, it's not a world I particularly want to colonize, so I'm not going to worry about that. So we just got done with Chico. I don't think I did Yama and Notch. So we'll head over there next. But I think actually before I do that, what I might benefit from is a little bit of resupply. So I'm going to go to Samara and get my supplies on. Then I need to check in on all of my planets. I have a bunch of planets now, as you can see. So Poliver, you've got yourself a planetary shield. That's awesome. I don't know what kind of fight this was, but my goodness. Alright, trade. Open market. Sure. I'll open market most of this stuff. Or all of it. I'm gonna actually take the transplutonics back. And I'm definitely lower. I got a fewer Marines, but I should be okay. Alright. I'm gonna head over to disrupt some more worlds. Ooh, pirates want to fight me. Alright. I have no idea why they would pick that. Whoa, but I don't get a lot of deployment points, do I now? Alright, so let's go Laser Disco Party. You two be my wingman. Actually, you know what? No. Full assault. On second thought, I don't really want wingmen, because often what happens when you have wingmen is they kind of stay behind you to support you, but it limits their aggression and the amount of damage that they're capable of doing. Full assault is not much of a tactically, it's not that smart, but if you're overwhelmingly stronger like I am, it doesn't really matter now, does it? Now, much like all the other pirate fights, this fight is probably going to suffer from the fact that they're going to hide in debris. So this is going to be one of those, like, I'm shooting a lot of debris that's getting in the way kind of fights. Oh my god, they are just... Why would you pick this fight? This is akin to, like, don't you know who I am? There really should be some sort of a notoriety engine so that you build up a reputation and silly little fleets like this don't pick the fight because they're scared. Because, I mean, who wants to die, right? Like, I would... That'd be a critique. Is, you know, factions put a bounty on your head, and it attracts... As long as you don't get destroyed, your bounty just keeps going up. Not exponentially. Not geometrically, but it slowly increases to the point where, you know, your bounty drives the size of the fleets that attack you. Now, in this instance, it could have just been like, oh, this pirate fleet was sort of in the area, but then you have to ask yourself, you know, if they were massively outnumbered and powered, why fight me? I was ignoring them. I didn't pick this fight. Sure as heck not going to lose it, but... Look at this silly little enforcer. Oh, so silly. Bye-bye. It is fun to just smash up fleets like this, but it's not all that productive of my time, if I'm being bluntly honest. I could be raiding hegemony worlds or building up my own worlds. Nope. I'm destroying some pointlessly weak pirate fleets. Nope. My flux is about max. Hey now, don't you do that. I've not even really been keeping my shields up. Just seeing the crazy laser stream. Oh, it's glorious. Alright, so I think at this point they're running out of smaller ships. They're going to soon be throwing Atlases my way. Just got a nav buoy. Cool. Oh, yeah, the one I just sailed right on top of. This Falcon just did like an engine burn straight into all that debris, pushing the debris out of my way. So thank you, Falcon, for the worst tactical decision you could have made. And here comes their big ships, because they have not the small ones left. With their silly little repeater cannons and their missile barrages that never work out. Make sure that there aren't ships that we've missed behind us. There really aren't. Man, these other Paragons are just doing a wonderful job, honestly. I can barely get close enough to even fire, and the next ship is blown up. I think this one's trying to retreat. I mean, zero flux push. Oh, I think that other Paragon just got it in the engines. Yeah, you're not going anywhere. I'm just plowing through debris to get to him. Alright, for real? Okay, yeah, that's it. Pursue. Second in command. Have fun. Continue. I don't want their wreckage or ship recovery. Oh my god. Stop. Oh, this is so dumb. So, what's dumb is... I'll just put the disco balls to work. They have a bunch of pirate armadas who think that they could take me on. Yes, my combat readiness is a little bit lower. So my top speed is a little bit lower and whatever, but... I was trying to do like a turn and burn, and they caught me. So yeah, I'm gonna be fighting a bunch of stupid pirates for a bit. And what I guess really bothers me is that these pirates are probably raiding hegemony, so I'm sort of fighting the enemy of my enemy, which is pointless. Another cool thing to see in game mechanics would be the instability caused by the collapse of you know, big factions, causing a big influx in piracy until you set up some power structure in the vacuum. Because, let's be real, if the hegemony, who have a significant share of the galactic market, disappeared overnight, there would be piracy like no other. You know, there's piracy wherever there's money to be made. Do I need to worry about you? No, I don't. Now, let's go after the Atlas MK2s. At this point, I'd venture a guess to say I've killed more pirates. My faction has killed more pirates than all the other factions combined. No, that might not be true. Much like how, in the ISIS videos, where they all had, like, new Toyotas, I'm starting to think, who the hell is manufacturing all these Atlases? Now, yes, the pirate bases have a little bit of industry themselves, so, like, maybe they were making their own ships. But it does seem like they sure do have a lot of Colossus, Atlas, what other ships they got? Colossus, Atlas, Ventures. Yeah, that stipulates most of their fleet. A few Buffaloes. I like how the fragments of the debris of that ship is still overloaded. That's funny. flux is almost maxed out. I gotta be a little careful here or I'll get overloaded myself. So I'm gonna drop my shields. Good. I gambled that I could blow that Colossus up before it could do any real damage to me, and I was unbelievably right. Alright, at this point we're sort of spawn camping. There's a lot of debris in my way. Let me just shield push it out. Yeah, much like a lot of the other past pirate fights, the debris is my real enemy. That's what's slowing me down. It's not the enemy ships. They pop like bugs in a bug zapper. Alright, my flux is getting up there again. I gotta say, they do have a lot of ships. This is a huge armada. I've blown up more ships than my entire faction has. They just don't happen to be good ones. They would be good ones if the pirates managed to get their hands on... Uh-oh, that's a lot of missiles. If the pirates managed to get their hands on decent blueprints. But I've been... I don't know how careful I've been. I've been sort of careful about what blueprints I put on the open market and never put blueprints on the black market. I've mentioned this before. So what would happen, let's say, if I sold a Paragon blueprint on the black market? The black market is sort of the piracy market. So in that instance, what happens is the pirates then are able to manufacture Paragons if I put the blueprints for Paragons in the black market. It doesn't mean they're going to have excellent Paragons. They would have demodded Paragons that had some sort of problems with their hulls or engines or whatever. But it would be a lot stronger than the stupid Atlas, right? Like, these Atlases are just a joke in terms of battleships. Whereas if the pirates are rocking Paragons, even if they were damaged Paragons, that would be a lot more dangerous. So in a way, the care I took to make sure that I've never sold anything dangerous on black market causes these pirates to be sort of neutered in a way, because they don't have access to decent tech weapons, because I've kept it out of their hands. I could, of course, make the pirates souped up and sell a bunch of the high-tech blueprints, but I don't have a lot of high-tech blueprints left. Like, I've used, I've learned all the ones that I really ever had access to. So I could claim victory here, but yeah, why don't I do this and then just pursue with the second in command. I'm going to emergency burn, not because I'm scared of that fleet, but because it is an utter waste of time to continue fly swatting. I'm tired of it. Alright, time to destabilize more. My monthly income is creeping up to the mil mark. That would be very cool. Alright, so I'm going to make sure that there's a decent amount of stuff queued up on the new worlds. I don't really need planetary shields at my my north new. Yeah, I don't need planetary shields way up there. I'm actually going to... Let's start out with Natch. I'm just mostly waiting for my combat readiness to get back up. Because it hasn't. Alright, let's just blow this thing up, like, super quick. At this point, resupplies are cheap, overwhelming force is fun to watch. So that's how I'm going to approach most of these fights. Is to deploy as much of my monstrous fleet as I can. But this is not a space station that's going to be able to take much punishment. This one's going to leap out of existence quite quickly, I think. Its only really strength is it spins quick, meaning that we have a limited window to blow up each side. Oops. Allied kite just went pop. Honestly, it was in my way. It's not my fault. Alright. This side is gone. Whoever's kite that was didn't seem to mind. Alright, launch an orbital bombardment, tactical. And a raid against their spaceport. Wait until March 5th, late in the day, and raid the other one. So it was a mercenary patrol that sided with me over them. Feels bad for you. Alright, field production, raided. Look at the colony. It's messed up entirely. Let's go over to Yama. Stability. Nah, I won't worry about the stability. Those stability beacons aren't going to make a huge difference when it comes to blowing these guys up. It's too bad I can't just send my second in command into battle. So I'll put my ship in and a bunch of the other ships that just haven't seen action because they're my normal fleet is a little low on combat readiness. Plus, you know, everybody should get a little bit of action. Although I gotta say, the Odyssey cutting me off constantly, I am not thrilled about that tactic. Because it's funny, the all the low-tier ships have the burn engines, and they don't seem to cut me off as much, but this dude is always in front of me. Always in front of me. See, yeah, I'm almost eager to just order him to go away. But it's fine. This is a pretty weak star fortress, or whatever it was. So I'm going to cut off the onslaught. Orbital bombard and launch a raid against their spaceport. Alright, it's early AM, March 7th. So, March 8th for another raid. You can only, of course, raid every 24 hours. Marines need a little bit of rest, you know. Alright, midday on the 9th. And then light industry should be the only thing that I've not... Oh, you know what? Refining, rather. I didn't wait long enough. Okay, they're all very, very hurt, blown up. Yep. I'll just keep going after them. My fuel's a little low. Oh, Palver. Palver grew. Okay, so we've got mining. This mining is going to be doing a lot of organics. So if we do light industry, we'll turn those organics into drugs. Okay, I definitely want a little bit more fuel than I currently have, so let's try to refuel a little bit if we could. I want to stop at the Scathy Tritachyon world first. Repair my ships. Black market some fuel and supplies. In fact, refill the Marines, because they have Marines here. I'll open market just because it's Tritachyon. And I wouldn't mind, you know, befriending them a little bit more with a trade that benefits them. Alright. Well, Tritachyon, let's... If I'm right next to a stability beacon, I might as well blow this thing up. It's mine now. Okay. Razslag, or whatever you're called. We're coming for you. Oh, hegemony. Heading to perdition. They're outmatched. Why go to perdition, man? Like, of all the worlds I have, perdition is most certainly gonna mess you up. Did I ever survey here? No. I mean, yeah. The opposite of no. Military options. Launch an orbital bombardment. So they don't even have a, they don't even have a base. So it's going to be easy. Which is crazy, because they have orbital works here. So this is sort of a shipyard planet, but with no starport, with no starbase. It's just a very bad idea. Alright, so all disrupted. That planet is going to crumble quick, I think. Taking a look at... I think that's it. I think that's that. I've taxed that out. So what I'm going to do is head back to Rama. Do a little refueling. And then what comes next is probably revisiting all of the worlds that I had recently colonized and make sure that they have the cores that they need and require, which means maybe I go and fight some remnant just to regain cores. Now I have 2 alpha cores, which means I can potentially colonize 2 more planets. I'd love to be able to colonize planets that are useful. You all voted that my top priority should be taking up the lion's share of the market value. So I want to colonize planets in the core. Gilead grew. Nice. So Gilead, you are also abundant organics. Let's do some light industry. Yeah, I'm going to be cranking out the drugs here in a minute. Yeah, so I have AI cores. I want to colonize planets that are, you know, high priority planets for me that are in the core. Alright, Libueta coming over there. And Fleet. So, let's take... We have the old Rhadamanthus. So we have this conquest. And we have the Aurora. But, I suck at using conquest. So I'll just show you the conquest so that you know. But what I need to do is make sure. Oh, did the tanker I make? Oh no, this is I didn't want this ship. Excuse me. Leave this. I don't need it. All right, so if we refit the temperance, what's difficult about the conquest, it has cannons on the sides. So it's a broadside ship, and that just is really not how I fight. So there's nothing wrong with it per se. It's just I suck with them. Is as simple as that, because I don't usually line up broadside. So free dog. I might also retire this Odyssey and rename this Europa's Consort. Putting Vredog in here. Let's, because it keeps cutting me off, and I'm tired of that. All right, so what other? Let's go ahead and take the Radamanthus. Did I strip you down? Yeah, let me reorder my fleet. I don't think I did. Refit. No, it's got weapons. Cool. That means Venus, you get to be put in there, and we'll just call this Onslaught. So it's a nice ship. I've not invested in missiles on my craft. I do have 4 small turret slots. One thing I could do is just some, let's see, custom production, sort by small, or sort by missile, salamander MRMs. Just toss those in and have them on auto fire. All right, so Libueta, I don't need to do anything. Now, another thing is, and Ozian mentioned this, is that the tech mining eventually... Okay, if you take a look, I can't point, but at the bottom of demands and effects, it says these ruins have been comprehensively combed over multiple times, and there is little chance of a new valuable find. AKA, tech mining is not going to be useful here anymore. So let's go over and retire it at Libueta. So managing the colony, I'm going to take the core. I am going to shut down tech mining, and instead, we do have common organics here, so I'm going to set up regular old mining for those common organics. Okay, and then over at Bezel, so tech mining has, unlike almost all other industries, it eventually taps out. So the same is true over here. This tech mining is completely done for. Let's take a look at what I could use over here. So we've got mining and refining. You know, I could actually... Got light industry. It doesn't really need light industry. But I could add... heavy industry. Let's have Bezel and Libueta be heavy hitters there. Might as well. Alright, over here, there was never any tech mining because there can't really be ruins and gas giants, so they're all set. I was going to head north, but do I need to? Yeah, there's need to. So let's go north to Hanas, and then I'll come back and I'll pick up my little salamander MRMs. Oh, you know what? Stop. I won't have the fuel to make that trip. I said I was going to refuel and never did. So manage the colony. Give me your fuel. Thank you. And on the open market, I'll buy some more fuel. Okay, that should be fine. It would be very, very bad to run out of fuel out here in the middle of nowhere. Okay, so the Allotic Path cells are starting to come back. I think I have a lot of pirate activity. As long as it's not really... Well, Anyang just grew. As long as it's not negatively affecting my... Let's do heavy industry up there, too. Negatively affecting my stability, I could probably just ignore it. Wow, there's merchants coming all the way this far north. In fact, there's a hub of activity here. Well, there's some pirates too, but... Alright, so I'm up here because I want to assign some beta cores and gamma cores. I don't believe I really need growth incentives here because it's about to grow. So let's just keep assigning these cores. Plus, I just don't have a lot of money. I keep reinvesting it very, very quickly. Colony info. So, heavy industry and mining. And then down to Blue Crow. Wish I had another beta core for the refining, but I don't. How many stations do I have? All three have stations. Okay, they're small stations. They're not going to offer a lot of protection, but it's better than nothing. So, warning beacons. We've got a red beacon over here. Dis's red beacon I could ignore because I've destroyed the Nexus. So I was going to chase down some additional AI cores. And one of the easiest ways to do that is to go to a beaconed world where there's a lot of remnants. I'm watching closely on my fuel though, because I'm using 300 a day. I'm going to use 800 just to go over to this beaconed world. Wow. 3-star. Alright, so this is the beacon world. I just got a whole bunch of money. Is there something I can do? I'm going to build an orbital station here. At Palver and Gilead. I know it's queued up and it's going to take a while. What about that new colony threat? There's so many colony threats. Somewhat weak, comprised of, yeah, they're fine. Alright, come on. Here we go. So, I could afford... Let's do... What is good use of my deployment? There we go. That's pretty good use of my deployment. Let's not have another Talon incident where we lose one. I might want to go over to the Radiant to make sure that that Radiant doesn't harm me or my fleet, because they're very strong. I'm going to try to kill off the ships around it, making it an easier target for my allies, my other compatriots. Alright, I need a vent, but I think I've done a pretty good job of clearing the court. I'll vent as soon as this thing's not close. Good. Alright, so no one's damaged. Ooh, big torpedoes coming to you. So that Radiant, I'm just sort of saving for last. I do find it difficult to kill them early because they do phase jump, or whatever the ability's called, and hide behind other ships. But actually, I'm a little worried about the onslaught that's going toe-to-toe with it right now. I'll have to look over in a second. Yeah, their flux, both of them are not great. So I should get over there after killing this Brilliant. Come on, Brilliant, just die. Just die, just die. Let's go. They're sharing the weight pretty well, pretty effectively. I like when one ship is sort of maxed and taxed, another one moves up to take its place. Alright, homeboy. You ready for me? Ooh, look at that volley. Boom! Alright, so I do believe it's just the Radiant here, and it's very heavily damaged. So this should be an easy layup. Oh, something. Oh, there's a few down here. When fighting the Remnant, you can never just claim victory. When you've destroyed the majority, you have to destroy everything. Come on, do your burn drives. Please. You're in my way. Beep, beep. There you go. Now they're burning. And all the fighters are going to catch up, and we're good. Claim victory. And this is what I came for. Beta cores. Didn't get any alpha cores, but... Oh, and also, you know, fighters and bombers. Sparks and Lux. Actually didn't get much out of that, which is a bit of a bummer. But maybe I will... Salvaging? Nope. There is a Radiant drifting here. Oh my god, there's... That is a... This is a very dangerous fleet that I'm about to fight. Do I like this? No, I don't think that's enough direct damage. Try that. There's 3 Radiants here. This is probably one of the strongest fleets I've ever fought. I'm going to have to be very careful. Unless I was incorrect about analyzing the fleet, the enemy strength, but I think I got it right. I think they have 3 Radiants, which is crazy strong. So what I'm going to need to do is very efficiently cut through. So what I'm going to try to do is put enough pressure on this Radiant to have it back off so I can kill its underlings. Oh wow, it's just standing and fighting. I've half destroyed it. Alright, the Brilliant got in the way. I'm telling the Astral to stay with the other ship, because the Paragon that's on my 6 seems to be sticking with me. So we'll just pair off 2 and 2. Alright, so this Radiant is very vulnerable. It's sitting in the next to 3 Paragons, so if I could get the other Paragon to focus on it, that's alright, even if it doesn't. This thing's going down. I don't think it can, he can't jump far enough away to save himself. Yeah, see? Can't jump far enough away. Alright, I'm in danger because I've got a whole bunch of little ships on me. They're all about to fire on me. Even if they're weak, it's bad to get surrounded because there's nowhere to go if you get flux maxed. Yes, I have Fortress Shields, which is a very powerful tool to lower flux. But it is a... yeah, see... it is of last resort. So right now I'm using my Fortress Shields and hoping that this guy takes up some field position. Now if I could blow up these guys real quick, I then could vent. Let's just try to do that. Alright. I'm able to vent. So unfortunately for the enemy fleet, their Radiants seem to be trickling in and not 3 at once. That's very fortunate for me though, because I would not want to fight 3 Radiants at once. That sounds horrifying. I think I could do it, but like it wouldn't feel good. Now, let's blow up this easy one. And acknowledging that the Paragon on my left is definitely taking the brunt. I'll try to help him in a second. Oh god, now there's 2. Go, just blow up already. God, these Brilliants are just so tough for their size. Yeah, that Paragon is in real trouble. Use your fortress there. He's fortressing. Alright, so me and the other Paragon might be able to put enough heat on this Radiant to get him to back off. I'm actually just going to keep pushing the pressure. He's about to go down. Oh, Paragon, yes. So the only way that my Paragon survived was Fortress Shield. Any other battleship in that situation would have gone kaput. But, oh, sorry, bumper cars. Fortress Shield is just so powerful. It was able to keep him alive. That was definitely the hardest I've ever had to fight. 3 Radiants is ridiculous. But I was rewarded for it, for sure. Alright, so this is one of the bombers? No. This is a strike drone. Which ones are bombers? Interceptor drone, fighter drone. I want the bombers, man. Alright, so here's a Radiant that's disabled. And let's get out of dodge. I need to repair a little bit. Because I have a bunch of fleets chasing me. Oh my god, that was just a crazy fight. Alright, Warman grew. Warman, what I want to do with Warman. I guess I could do refining, because you're a mining world. Alright, there's no radiance in this fleet composition. Nope. Gonna miss me. Look at all those construction completes and starts. Ooh, a free debris field. So at this point, I think my fleet, most of it's repaired up, except for that one Paragon that got just trashed. So it needs 10 days to repair, but I could leave that out. Alright, let's jump into this. This is a double Radiant fleet. This will be probably the last fight of this episode. I'll take 2 Astrals, 2 Onslaughts. Now, we don't have Fortress Shield to hide behind. Well, I do, but like my everybody else in my fleet does not. Which means when those Radiants rear their heads, I'll have to be careful. I think what I'm going to do is, instead of trying to clear the field, I'm just going to do maximum pressure on them. Which it seems like the this Onslaught's happy to do. Uh-oh. Are you going to be okay there? You're already max oh, I don't think he's going to be okay. Alright, well, Agrolactica, you're going to be soloing that Radiant, because these Astrals are not doing much. I'm going to start actually tactically ordering them. So this one, I think, needs the most... needs the most help. So let me fly swat as much as I can. I know it's not much. But I'm just preventing more ships from overwhelming while I try to get over to the ally. Alright, you Astral, go there, there. Yeah, see, he's taking hull damage. I knew he needed help. But having removed a bunch of the would-be backup is going to help a lot. Alright, let's go knock this Radiant out before the next one comes in. Why won't you die? Alright, so here comes the other Radiant. But I have a flux issue. I'm gonna risk a vent right in front. Uh-oh, that's a bunch of missiles. Ow. That definitely hurt my hull a little bit, but nothing I can't take. Alright, so before the Radiant gets to us, I want to clear the field of Brilliance, because Brilliance is pretty good at harassing ships. I also need to get out of Agrolactica's way, because I'm sitting in front of him. Alright, Cappadusker. I'm coming for you. Don't leave. He wants to vent. he's going to vent now. No? You're not going to vent? Well, there's all these bombs coming in from the bombers, I suppose. I'm almost close enough. There we go. Are you the last one standing? Oh, you little loser. So I'm faster at 0 flux than he is. But at this rate, he's just going to keep backing up until... Yeah. Oh, he jumping for it. Alright. Well, prepare for death. Because I've got onslaughts on either wing. That was a mistake. Some more cores. And no more bombers. I don't know why I'm not getting the bombers. Alright, so they're clearly coming at me. But that's all the time I had, guys. So I hope you liked this episode. Pretty much the full destabilization of the hegemony. And then farming some more cores so that I can improve my own colonies. If you have any feedback for me, do drop me a line. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I hope you tune in next time. Adios all.